You are listening to the Horse Radio Network, part of the Equine Network family.
Sometimes getting closer to your horse means getting out of the saddle. Find out how in this episode of Barn Stories.
Hello and welcome to the Barn Stories podcast. I'm Equus editor Lori Prins.
And I'm managing editor Christine Barakat. If this is your first time joining us, welcome. And here's a quick explanation of what you're listening to. We take the best true life essays and stories from the pages of Equus magazine and give them new life in an audio format. It's the iconic Equus magazine you love, delivered straight to your ears.
The essay in this episode describes the sights, sounds, and sensations of a late autumn trail ride, but from a different perspective. Rather than enjoying the scenery from the saddle as she normally would, our narrator has dismounted and is leading her horse down the trail.
The author is an observant person and a talented writer, but this story is more than just a vivid description of an autumn trail ride. It's a good reminder that horses experience the world very differently than we do, even in the very moments we are riding them. As the author of this essay comes to realize this, she gains a new appreciation for the challenges her mount faces and comes to understand better the decisions he sometimes makes.
I think this story makes a great case for seeing the world through new eyes. Here's A Walk in the Woods, written by Julia Edwards Dake.
For first-time horse owners and riders, finding the information and support you need can be challenging. That's why Equine Network created My New Horse, a place where equestrians just getting into horse ownership or riding will find the resources and community they need at precisely their stage of the equine journey. From important horsekeeping information and how-to videos to social media communities and more, My New Horse is the one-stop shop for riders of all levels and disciplines who are eager to find easy-to-understand horse care information and guidance. Start your horse ownership journey today. Visit mynewhorse.com.
In the stillness of the woods, about to sleep for the winter, I stepped off my horse and stood in the quiet. No hoofbeats, no creak and clink of leather or metal. The continuing conversation I have in my mind quieted, and the silence allowed me to take a deep, deep breath. Momentarily confused, my gelding waits. Several times in our trail riding adventures, he has found me suddenly on the ground and is always perplexed. A gentle tug on the reins, "Come on," and he walks beside me, 4 beats and 2. I pride myself on never walking. Walking has always seemed, somehow, to be a betrayal of my fundamental passion. I don't walk, I ride. Today, walking took on a new relevance as I stood on the trail beside my horse. The air is cold, stinging. Sunlight spatters through the bright red leaves ready to fall. New shadows, unfamiliar, cross the sandy trail. It is a different view from the ground. Up on the horse, the feel of the trail is wider and more open. On the ground, the vegetation is close. I clearly see the vines that have trapped and the branches that have prodded my horse. My boots sink into the sand and I travel slower. A bit more effort is required, and I consider the effort my gelding must make when traveling through the deep sand. Skittering sounds precede the kick of my boots. Leaves rustle as a small animal hides in the low brush. The pungent scents of dried grass rise with each crush of hoof or boot, unnoticed from the back of my horse, but vibrant and strong from the level of the ground. Free to stop and nibble, my horse likes this new mode. I find I am more patient with his frequent stops, willing to stroke his neck and take in the feel of his winter coat between my fingers. The chestnut flecks spattered throughout his white hair shimmer like bits of gold dust. Up in the branches, the large banana spiders that string their webs from branch to branch, always at head level, are no longer a threat. Their black and yellow bodies are high above me. Today from the ground, I don't worry about tangling in their heavy silk and pulling one down into the back of my shirt. From this angle, the spiders are lovely, velvet. A new perspective without the creepy, crawly, down-my-back sensation I get when I ride through one of the webs. We travel farther down the trail, stopping with each new clump of grass. He has favorites, long, stringy grasses and short clumps that look like balls of yarn. I've heard the long grasses are sweet. They must be. My gelding can't pass one without taking a bite. At this rate, We will be all day on just this one stretch of trail. We will never get to Red Barn Line or the Hub. The fall sunlight warms my back and shoulders. I pull my sunglasses down and look up into the maples. Birds swoop through the naked branches, chittering joyfully. From the back of my horse, I've seen deer and fox, coyote and bobcat. From the ground, I notice the bluebird, migrating south, and the hoof print of this season's fawn. I bend down to touch the print, running my fingers through the depression, smaller than my thumb. Leaves fall around me with a breath of wind. The shadows on the trail have shifted. I slide my ungloved hand down my gelding's neck, enjoying the feel of living velvet. Perhaps all day on this one stretch of trail is a pretty good idea after all.